program. Now, procurement here in Ghana has gone through different phases over the years. So in 2003, a law was passed to guide procurement processes here in the country, and already several years down the line, we are calling for amendments to this law to match up with the changing trends in Ghanaian procurement practices as it now. But we decided to launch a website. Well, maybe it has something to do with the amendment. But today, a website was launched, a procurement website that is, and I'm eager to know how this website would help procurement here in the country and how it could plug the loopholes we already know here. Dr. Walters is Procurement Management Director with the Ministry of Finance, and he spoke with Joy News. Take a look at this.
The issue of judgment debt should be brought to zero, and budget overruns, we're working with the Ministry of Finance to make sure that budget overruns as a result of procurement is also eliminated. These are the kind of things we want to do in this group.
The issue of sole sourcing, with the finance minister being the only one that has to approve, would you tweak that side? Is it possible for us to see a change there?
Now, the law is very clear. Sole sourcing is legitimate, but it depends on what you use them for. Now, sole sourcing in the law has clearly stated what you have to use them on. Now, what we find happening is there have been sole sourcing used maybe under the ticket of urgency and everything, which is acceptable by law. But one of our responsibilities is to make sure that our plans are approved far ahead of time. If we have our plans approved ahead of time and incorporated into national budget, it's one way of reducing a lot of single sourcing in our procurement process. And as we move to take over the management of procurement throughout the civil service, you can be sure that as we go forward from here, the question of single sourcing will be managed in accordance with the law and should be part of the approved process. If it is not approved already in a procurement plan, then it will even be difficult to do. And if it's even approved in the plan, then we will even notify the market ahead of time of any single source which is coming, because single source says that you need to test the market and know whether the market can meet it. If there is no other player, then you can say you want to go for single sourcing. Or if it's a security item, for instance, if the Electoral Commission wants to print ballot papers, you cannot tender them, because then you're going to create problems in terms of elections. If you want to print currency, you can't go out and tender. So these ones are accepted in the law. But then other things that come, which we think are manageable, we will now have to pull them, because we've learned a lot before coming on board. So then we're going to help to fashion our strategies to help reduce and possibly eliminate those from our procurement systems.
Now, this website, what difference will it make? Will it change anything?
A lot of difference, huge. Now, on this website, you give the supply market, when I say supply market, I mean suppliers, contractors and everything, the opportunity to register. Now, any supplier that registers on this website potentially has a procuring base of over 25 institutions without moving to any ministry at all, because all the ministry's procurement and supply chain management directorates are linked here, and we have all our information hooked on here. So when you register on board this, then you have the opportunity in dealing with all, and potentially you have the opportunity to also see all the demand requirements that are going to come up. Now, you might have also heard before that Contractors, some contractors had said a few years ago that when there are tenders, they go in and they say, oh, the schedule officer who said the tender document is not around. And then they leave, they come back again, and they say the tender documents are finished. So you don't have the opportunity to participate. This is to increase transparency in the tendering process. Why? Because now the tenders will be uploaded on the website. You don't need to travel from your office to any ministry to buy a tender document. You don't have to. You can just download it from the website. Now, every single Ghanaian who thinks is qualified and is eligible to contest will just download and apply. If you meet the requirements, you go through. If you don't, then that is where it is. But it gives everybody equal opportunity in the face of the law on public procurement in this country to be able to participate in procurement supply chain in this country. So it's a huge step.
That brings me to the issue of updating our websites. You know, government's websites, really, we don't update it like that. So if I should put in apply, how long will it take for it to be looked at? Because usually, do we have someone managing the sites, you know?
This has a dedicated web manager managing it. And you see, procurement and supply chain management, wherever procurement and supply chain management fails, the economic collapses or the institution collapses. And one of the things we would not want to do is to have a website which does not work. If it doesn't work, we collapse government business. And that is not going to happen. We're here to make sure we bring savings, better deals to government, improve government expenditure, and bring confidence in the supply market wanting to do business with government. So this system, this website will be activated on a daily basis because there is a dedicated web manager for it.
Okay.
So you can be assured.
Okay, finally, I want to talk about the issue of some government employees who will not be receiving their January salaries. I'm wondering why people couldn't validate the number of people, their employees.